Hello, and welcome to the Disney Dunces. Using your touch-tone keypad, please enter the first 3 letters of the movie title you would like to see. You've selected Strange World. If this is correct, please press 1 now.
Hello and welcome to Disney Dunces, the only Disney podcast presented by self-proclaimed non-experts. I'm Dunce number 1, but you can just call me Richard.
And I'm Craig Stu, and I'm Dunce number 2.
And I'm the third one. And everyone, can you just leave the room for a second? The pod, whatever. This right here, this is between just me and Disney. Alright? This is a message directly to Disney. Hey guys, it's been a little bit. Just can you do me one favor? Can you just make like a movie that has the gay in it, but make it like actually good for once? Because so far you've only put the gay in like 2 stinkers, and everyone else is like, I'm gonna boycott it, go woke and go broke, and it's like, well, yes, no one's watching the movie because it's bad. And they're gonna keep saying it until you put out like a good one that just happens to have one of the gays in it. That's all I'm asking. Just one good one. You're capable of it. You've made good movies before. I've seen it. Just do that and then put in one of the gays. I don't think that's too much to ask, right?
You're right. Disney, right? You can just get Ellen. Ellen is one of the gays. Put her in a movie.
No, because Dory wasn't gay.
Do we know that for sure?
Well, not openly gay, I should say. If anything, she was like early Ellen.
Yeah, exactly.
And doesn't count, Richard. You need an open gay.
I think it's still fine. Well, like, why does it have to be open?
Because then there's no question, and then people can say go woke and go broke, but then that movie's actually successful because people actually want to see it because it's actually good. Unlike, let's say, Buzz Lightyear or Strange World.
What about that one movie?
One. I wasn't sure which the other one you were talking about, but it was obviously forgettable. Buzz Lightyear wasn't that bad, but yeah, forgettable.
It was very forgettable.
What
and
about
very not good.
Wait, we had Sneakerella though. That had an openly gay character.
Sneakerella was not in theaters.
Oh, it has to be theaters.
It has to be a theatrical release. I'm not counting DComs.
Okay.
All right, we had what? Better Nate than never, better forever. What is the movie called?
Better Nate than ever.
Better Nate than ever.
I don't think that's what it was either.
wasn't a theatrical release. That's my point. They can make good movies with a gay in it. They just had to put it in theaters, so it counts.
Was it Better Nate Than Ever? Was that the name of the movie?
But I don't fucking know, man.
I don't remember.
There were a few of them.
Rich, you were in that movie. What was it called?
Pinky.
That's right.
Yeah.
I thought he was Nate.
No, I'm Pinky.
Wait, no, that was the Trevor Project movie.
Is that a different
Better
movie?
Nate Than Ever.
That's a different movie.
Wait, what?
Better Nate Than Ever was the boy who wanted to be on Broadway for Stitch the Musical, so he snuck into the city with his friend, and his friend liked him, but turned out he was a gay.
Oh, with
and
Lisa
she had to explain
Kudrow.
what a gay was. Yeah, with Lisa Kudrow. Yeah.
Is it just called the Trevor movie, the Trevor Project?
I think it might have been just called Trevor.
That was Trevor the Musical.
Trevor the Musical.
I think I messed up for thinking they were the same thing.
Yeah, you just hey, that's the one with the gay in it, right?
Very similar characters. They look the same
Spit my
too.
water.
They don't look anything alike. They just happen to both like men.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
They were both gay kids, I guess.
Yeah, they're both gay kids.
That's why.
They were white gay kids, I guess. That's the difference.
Do I hear a crossover coming up?
But never. What?
It's like I was on this ship alone until Rich just jumped on.
Wait, what ship?
The SS homophobia? I don't fucking know.
I don't get it. I think something went over my head. I don't know what
I
that
think
was,
Craig is
though.
implying you said something wrong.
What'd I say wrong?
I thought they were the same movie, and then you just said, let's do a crossover between these new movies because they have something in common. But why would we do that?
But I don't know. I don't know.
I want to ship them together. That's what you do with all of your favorite fictional characters.
I don't know if you mean you do, but
No, you ship Pinky with
they're
Trevor.
real to me.
I'm shipping Pinky with me because we're the same person.
It's not how shipping works.
What do you mean? Then tell me, how does shipping work?
You don't ship the same people together. Why? That would be weird and masturbatory and strange.
Have you ever wanted to do that?
Masturbate constantly.
No, to someone that looks like you but isn't you.
That's weird.
It very.
No, don't they
Also,
say
that's
that
a
you're...
mirror.
Wait, what?
Craig, I got some bad news for you, buddy. That is you. You are the man in the mirror.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the same thing. What's the difference?
He said, you ever want to masturbate to someone who happens to look like you?
Yeah. What's the difference if you just that you pretend
He
that
doesn't want to masturbate to himself. He fucking can't stand himself. He wants to masturbate to someone who kind of looks like him.
kinda. Okay. Well, kinda's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It's like
Haven't you-
That's
like
not Pinky. So it's definitely Trevor.
Yeah, he wanted to masturbate to Trevor.
Haven't you ever noticed that people are attracted to versions of themselves that look like each other? Okay, I realized how dumb that sounded.
What movie did we watch this week?
Strange World.
Strange World. Craig, it's a grand reunion special, and you don't even fucking remember what movie we saw.
I don't know. It was pretty forgettable.
How long ago did you watch it?
I took notes
Yesterday.
on this one.
I watched it yesterday too.
And the first note is...
Yeah, I remember you
the
watched it
movie is
yesterday
called
because Rich was on
Strange
WoW
World.
while he was watching it, and I
Yeah,
said,
that's
"Yeah,"
surprising.
and he's typing to me, and I said, "You don't really. It doesn't seem like you're watching the movie because you're typing to me right now."
Yeah. No, he didn't watch the movie. Are you new to the podcast? What is this? Is this an introduction for new people to the podcast?
It's been a
What are you
while.
doing?
I forget things.
I actually paid full attention to the movie after the first 5 minutes because you would have noticed, Craig, that after I typed to you, I would have logged out of the game within I think 30 minutes after I typed my last message because my character went AFK and the game logged me out because I was paying attention to the movie. And probably the worst movie to ever pay attention to because this wasn't a good one.
I felt like it was watchable, but it certainly wasn't it just wasn't that good.
Yeah, it wasn't an awful movie. It was the definition of mid. It was just they got story beats and characters they're in there if you look at it, and it has a start and an ending for sure.
I feel like this movie gave me too many main characters to care about, and I just got lost in the sauce of who was the main
There's
character.
maybe 3.
It really follows 3. It's the father,
The son and the Holy Ghost. We call him Ethan.
Wait, what? Who's the third? Not the Holy Ghost.
It's Ethan, the Holy Ghost.
Isn't his name Excalibur or something?
No, this was his. Okay, so you had the father. He was Jaeger. You had the son. His son, as in the oldest, this was Jake Gyllenhaal. He's now a grown adult in most of the movie. He was Searcher. And then he married a woman named Meridian. And they got together and called their kid fucking Ethan. Just the most normal name in this movie. Yeah, that's Ethan.
I didn't think
That's
about
our
that.
son,
Yeah, fucking Jaeger, Searcher, Meridian, and Ethan.
Ethan, that's Ethan. And his friends call him Klykin and Diazo and a bunch of other weird names in this universe. And then you have Ethan.
They were at least relatable, though. At least most of the characters. Well, 2 of the characters. Well, maybe one of the characters. because like at the beginning of the movie, I was really impressed by it. Well, actually, not the beginning of movie, but maybe in like.
You didn't watch the beginning of the movie. You made that abundantly clear.
Okay, so the only thing I know about the beginning of the movie is that father and son were climbing a mountain together, and the father man, I guess grandfather in this case, really wanted to see the other side of the mountain. But the son was all like, you know what? I don't care about mountains. I want to save my people. And this is where I don't know what happened. I got lost in the sauce, as they say, in which they found something at the top of the mountain, but it wasn't the other side of the mountain, and it was a green thing that saved the world.
It was a plant that has electricity in it. They discovered electricity.
Oh.
And they just and the son, Searcher, he wanted to stay.
If you watch the movie, it's pretty easy to follow it.
Yeah, it's true. There's no even kind of twist in this movie. Even if there is a twist in this movie, it's so I say well presented. It's just so fucking obvious from the start. At the 28-minute mark, you see the first enemy, and the first thing you do is, oh, I get it. They're living on top of a giant animal. It's just like, what is this?
Now,
why? What is this?
I didn't notice that until because where did they show that?
The first thing they do is they go dive into the big hole, and then you see one of the pterodactyls, and it looks like that looks like an organism that would live inside you, like a cell or something. So you just go, oh, they're
Craig,
on top. They live on top of a giant animal.
I didn't think that just because of like the very like this is such a pulp. It's that pulp magazine feel. Like it looks kind of like the old. We get a lot of the comics, that look like that, like with the title card and everything. It just has that like where. Like it's called Strange Adventures or whatever. Strange Worlds. Like there's I could just see that on the comic book. Like they did it in the movie. It has a whole tone, and this is the kind of weird stuff. Like there'd be like weird dinosaurs and all that crap roaming around or whatever. I'm just like, okay,
but then they like fall through a membrane and land on the squishiest earth imaginable. And it's like, yeah, no, I get it. Now they're now inside the creature.
Craig,
it's literally made of like phyla or whatever the hell it's called. That's weird wiggly shit. And then you see creatures flying around like, oh, that's the bloodstream. I get it. Movie, please, I get it. Movie, please, I get it. Why can't these characters get it? Movie, please.
I missed all of that stuff. I didn't realize it until the end when you see the eye. But one thing that I managed to catch, which I hope maybe you guys did, but when they explain the rules of the game in which everything has to live in harmony.
That was the worst part of the fucking movie. Oh my god. But we should probably like rewind all the way the fuck back, or else we're gonna have literally nothing to talk about, because we already have literally nothing to talk about. Like I said, I took notes because I really intended of like, let's go, new season, we're gonna go win this, we're gonna go beat by beat by beat, we're not gonna miss anything. I wrote 3 things down because literally there's nothing in this fucking movie.
I mean,
God, and one of those things is it's called Strange World. Don't forget the name of the movie.
There was a bit that like I liked about the movie, because in the beginning they immediately make the son very like the grandson character. Ethan, yeah. They make him relatable because he's collecting Pokemon cards, right?
No.
What's he collecting?
Playing Settlers of Catan.
It looked like Pokemon cards. He had different men. And it looked like they wanted to trade.
Just one man. He's playing Settlers of Catan.
It didn't seem like Pokemon to me.
Yeah. It was more like a Settlers with monsters, kinda, but you don't fight them. It was a resource gathering game that you befriend creatures in.
I don't get it. They're like Pokemon.
No.
It's a collectible card Catan game.
It was like, yeah, it was very akin to Catan. It even had like hexagonal things, and when you're actually playing, you just saw them collecting resources. The only difference was then a monster showed up that they were supposed to befriend, but they decided they wanted to kill.
Munchkin.
And the kid was like, hey guys, you don't have to kill the monsters, you can live with them. And symbiosis, that's the point of the game. Let's kill it. Let's kill the monster. Let's kill the monsters. No guys, you don't have to kill the monsters, you can live with them. You like harmonize with them and like live no, let's kill the monster. Let's kill the monster. Guys, no, you don't, you can, let's not kill the monsters. There's no monsters, no bad guys. Let's not kill the monsters. And they're like, so I kill it, right? And then he's all like, you know what? There are bad guys, and it's you.
Craig, this is an allegory.
You're the bad guy. It's you guys. You're the bad guys. Guys, it's you who want to kill the monsters. You're the bad guys. You're the bad guys, guys. Listen, it's you. You're the audience, do you get it? Audience, do you get it? Audience, do you get it? It's okay. You give the movie some time, you're gonna get it. It's gonna freak your little beans. I fucking swear to God.
I got it.
I wonder if Frozen 3 will be good.
Is this the
did they
same
announce Frozen
people?
3?
I think there's a Frozen 3.
Is this the same people?
It's the Disney Animation Studios.
Yeah, it's. How do you define the same people? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, they have
Like,
different writers and shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. Frozen 2 was fine, right? Like I don't remember enjoying it too much, but I'm sure people did.
I remember enjoying my time because I saw it in theaters alone. With
enjoyable, right?
next to like the same row as two moms and their two kids. For some reason, they decided to pick the same seats in the same row as the weird guy sitting alone.
I saw that movie alone too, and I had a notebook. So I looked like I was a professional journalist taking notes about this cinematic masterpiece. What was your excuse, Craig?
I had to watch it for this because you forced me to.
He actually watched the.
I was actually thinking about this last night. Like, what sets this apart from something like Frozen 2? And it's
Story.
the songs. It needs songs. That's
Story.
the problem.
Things don't always need songs.
Story.
It just there's a story.
Character. Yeah. Maybe not like the same
Big Hero
old
6 didn't have any
rehash
songs, I don't think.
story that they've done time and time again. I fucking don't like.
So I imagine we're not really going to go beat by beat, which I don't want to.
So beat by beat. It's
Beat
gonna
by
be
beat. Beat it up.
ridiculous. Let's start from the beginning. We get introduced to Jaeger McJagerson. What is their last
Clade.
names, guys? Clade. Jaeger Clade and his son Seeker Clade. And they're globe-trotted adventurers looking to save all of humanity
Not really
with the
globe,
next
but-
big discovery. Well, you don't know. They don't know that.
They're trotting adventures.
They're trotting adventures. They go across the street. They had one goal. It's there's a mountain over there. Let's go and see what's on the other side of that, because that's our family's destiny. And then they get distracted by a plant, and the little kid goes, Searcher goes, hot diggity dog, I want to see what this plant can diddly do. So they sit down for 25 years. And technology advances so fast with this discovery of electricity, which it just blows my fucking mind, because it starts off, they have these tomatillos, and they're like little balls of electricity that they just put in tubes, and it powers everything. And I'm sitting here like, my dude, it's been 25 years. You're gathering this shit and like selling it at the farmer's market. You can't find a way to like condense this energy and like utilize it and distribute it amongst these fucking people. You just have to sell it at the farmer's market. Come on, you built fucking flying machines, for Christ's sakes. Do something. They're like, nah, we're content like this. Drives me nuts. Drives me so fucking nuts.
You also forgot that Jaeger Clade left them.
Oh, I left his family.
Because he needed to see what was on the other side of the mountain.
Other side of that mountain.
And now he's gone.
He's dead. He died for 25 years.
Assumed dead.
Assumed dead.
The mother remarried.
Yeah, Sheldon.
Sheldon.
But yeah, no. Then Seeker Jaeger just spends his days like staring longingly at this picture of his father in his locket, just lovingly stroking his cock, until just one day Lucy Liu shows up and says, "Hey, I need your help, Seeker. We need the plant's dying that we use for energy, so we should go find it." And he's like, "Yeah, okay." but not my son. He's gonna get hurt, and I don't want him to. So you stay here, Ethan. I'm gonna go, but first, let's have an electro swing dance number for like 3 minutes.
Is this when they're cooking the food?
This is when they're cooking the food.
I was looking at their butts when they were dancing, and I was like, oh man, I like that butt. But then it was the man's butt. I thought it was the woman's butt.
What's wrong? Why can't you like the man's butt?
Yeah, why can't you like the man's butt?
Well,
a butt's a butt.
I felt like I was tricked. It was the gays. It was the gays trying to trick me. Thanks, Disney.
I don't think they tricked you, my dude. They just showed you a butt, and you said, yeah, that's a nice butt.
I feel like you're putting me into a hole here.
No, but I think you want to get put into a hole. Seeker
Wait,
Jaeger's
what?
hole.
Huh?
Seeker Jaeger's hole. I mean, Seeker Glade? What is it?
Rich, it's okay. There's a scale or a bar.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Where everybody, of sexuality.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And everybody falls somewhere on that 1 to 10.
Wait, hold on. Wait, 1 to
at?
10 on 1 to 10 on what?
It's a scale. Like I've heard
Well,
things
I don't
be
know if
referred
this
to
is,
as
you know,
like
what
a
is that?
spectrum.
Where's
It's a spectrum.
heterosexuality? Where's heterosexuality?
On one
if it's 1 to
side,
10?
and then the other side is
All
the
right,
other side.
heterosexuality is here, and what's this side?
Homosexuality.
Homosexuality.
Everybody falls somewhere on that scale.
Okay.
What if you're not attracted to anything?
I guess then you're just not on the scale. You fell off the scale.
Well, Craig, then.
Sorry. it's multi-directional. It's like across the scale.
I like to think of it as like one of those things with the circles in which like maybe you have like heterosexuality in like the bottom left.
Okay, heterosexuality
bottom right is
diagram.
homosexuality, and then at the top
Homosexuality.
is going to be like asexual.
Asexual.
Yeah, and then
What is the crossover between asexual, homosexual, and heterosexual, Richard?
no, like I feel like there's a
You just hate
spectrum
women,
of
but you are
no there's a spectrum.
I'm not attracted to them.
Let
I
him
don't
finish,
know.
Let him finish.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of yours.
We already got your scale, Craig. We already got your scale. I want to hear Richard's now, please.
There's a spectrum of how interested you are in sex in general.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're at. I mean, maybe if we want to put like nymphomania in like the bottom portion of this chart, I can do a diagram
now
for
that
Twitter.
you've done,
The dead
you
one? Oh, that's
completely
necrophilia.
changed it.
Oh.
It went from a fucking Venn diagram to a chart, and I'm trying to figure out where the Venn diagram went.
Sorry, it's not a Venn diagram.
Okay.
It's one of those diagrams, like you know how they calculate Pokemon stats, in which they have like
like the
attack.
star, and you have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
coolness and fuckability and male to Pokemon relations.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Mhm.
This one shoots fire,
Yeah,
and this one has
kinda
special
like
defense.
That. It's kind of like that.
Okay, I understand what you're saying now.
So now my representation makes more sense than Craig's, right?
I think it works a little bit better because Craig completely just left people ace off the scale. I like yours. It's more of an affinity. I have an affinity for men, but you can also have an affinity for women. They're all different layers. And then you have like animals down here and anime characters and monsters, right?
It's something like that.
Yeah, and they have like different ratings. Like, oh, I'm at like a 6 for men, but a 14 for women. But man, I'm just really into turtles.
I mean, you wouldn't
That's
go
like fucking like full on turtle scat.
So is that was Ninja Turtles? So if Ninja Turtles then specifically,
Ninja Turtles specifically.
Are you really high on the men and the turtles?
Well, no, I could. No, that stat doesn't change. But turtles would have a bonus for also including men. You see,
Yeah.
so you would add the turtle attraction and the men attraction because it takes into account for both.
Yeah.
However, if I was negative in men, then it would detract from the turtle count. If that makes sense.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay.
Craig got lost in the
I
sauce.
think he got lost in the sauce. I don't know how else I can explain this to you.
It's okay.
Craig. You need me
We're
to draw
good.
a turtle?
Now,
Okay.
now before we move on from this, I want to go
Craig,
back
what do you
to
think about the new April O'Neil before we move on for this?
She's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I have more problem with that. To be honest, the thing I have the most problem with that movie is Leatherhead. Looks weird as hell. Oh wait,
What's
no, not
Leatherhead?
Rocksteady. Rocksteady looks weird as hell.
That's fair. Okay.
I got no problem with April. She's a fucking person.
Yeah, but you don't want to fuck her. That's the problem, though, right?
She's a kid, isn't she?
is she?
Is she in this?
I don't
time
know.
around?
All the turtles
There's
are really
always-
young. The
They're
turtles
always
like
changing them.
even
I
though,
don't know.
they've always been Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
The whole time.
But they've never been teenagers.
But they never really been teenagers.
This
I
time
think
for
they
sure
are, but they never were portrayed like teenagers.
Okay.
They're young adults, to be honest. More
Okay. Yeah.
more like these ones are. First of all, they're voiced by
They're
kids.
voiced
They
very
sound like
children,
really
yeah.
young. So
Wait,
Which is
this
interesting.
Is this April O'Neil, the thick black lady?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't know
Velma.
how I feel about that. Oh, is that what they're doing? A Velma thing?
I don't think they're doing a Velma, but
It's a heavy set April O'Neil who is black and played by Megan Fox.
no, Megan Fox played April O'Neil in the
there's-
live
there's-
action.
Yeah. Well, maybe she reprised her role.
I don't get it. Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
It's
Can
a
we
great
dial
voice
this
cast,
back?
though. It's an unbelievable voice cast in that movie. Fucking Jackie Chan is Splinter.
Yeah, it's good. I'm looking forward to that. I really am.
Can we dial
Even if
this?
I don't want to jerk off to April O'Neil.
Can we dial
Which
this
is
back
fine
a
because
bit
I can
now?
still jerk off to
No.
April O'Neil. You Google April O'Neil. She's making videos out there. You can just watch
Wait.
April O'Neil if you want to get your rocks off.
Who?
April O'Neil?
Hold on. Which year?
Which year?
Yeah.
What vintage? What are you asking me? I don't know what you're asking.
How do I find these videos?
The one from Halloween Town.
April O'Neil?
Yeah.
Type April O'Neil X videos. I don't fucking know, man. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Is this actually the Ninja Turtles lady?
No, she's a porn star, you idiot. You dolt, you Jehoshaphat.
So they're not the same?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can we dial this back now?
I guess if you really want to get back into Strange World, I'm not going to
No,
stop
because
you.
I'm dialing it back just enough to go back to Craig's sexuality scale. Craig,
Oh, sure.
on your
His
0
very
to 10
flawed
scale,
sexuality scale that we at the Dunces do not
Yes.
at all condone. I much prefer Richard's Pokemon stat chart.
but Craig, 0 to 10, in which 0 is heterosexual. Okay, Craig? 10 is full-blown homosexuality.
Okay.
Okay.
Where do you put Casca?
I don't know. Wait. Which one's is zero? You said zero is heterosexual.
0
Yes.
hetero and 10
Mhm.
is full on gay. Where do I land on that scale?
I'd say a 2 or 3.
Okay, where do I land?
Probably like a 4 or 5, maybe.
Where do you land?
Be real generous.
I'm thinking a 3.
Okay, okay. That's it.
Why-
Continue with the movie. Do you
Then
want
again,
me to put you on
because
the
I
scale
appreciate
now?
the butt too. You know,
Yeah, it's a good butt.
I once bought a Superman comic because his butt was really good.
I'm putting
believe
Craig
that.
at a 5.
Imagine buying a
A 5
Spider-Man
is
comic
straight
because
up
his butt was really
bisexual,
good.
though. So, like, you know,
Maybe 6.
okay, whatever.
Casca, where are you putting Craig?
Where am I putting Craig? Craig is he's at a 7.
Where am I?
You're off the chart, bud.
He's like a 12.
For any consolation, I put you at a 0 or a 1.
It really doesn't matter to me where you put me, bud.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with looking at that man's ass. It is a nice ass.
That's why I said like a 2.
They thoughtfully rendered that man's ass.
I feel like I need to go back and look at it
I had to
again.
go back and look at Jake Gyllenhaal's ass because I thought maybe that was his ass. It was not his ass.
Oh, okay. Anyway, where do we go from here?
To the center of the earth.
Into the hole.
I guess. Yeah, the hole.
Okay, going straight down. I don't know.
This is the rest of the movie we could probably skip now. We got this set up. Lucy Lou's there.
You want to do it?
There's some like weird monsters and running around everywhere, and
yeah, they're in a strange world.
Okay, this is where I have a
they meet
lot of
Splat,
issues.
who's like a gusher.
It's like a gusher. He's a sentient gusher that tells antibodies where to attack.
But it's not the good gushers. I like the strawberry ones, and this guy was like a blue raspberry.
I was never a big fan of gushers anyway, but I don't see why blue raspberry is always good though.
Ugh. I wouldn't do that. But anyway, how did the son get over to adventuring?
He snuck in the ship.
Oh, is that
if
how
you
he
ever
got
watched
separated?
any movie ever, that's what happens.
That's what
generally.
he's a stowaway, yeah. And then the
Okay.
wife came and said, "Hey, our son's stuck on the ship." And he's like, "Hey, what is your son doing on the ship?" And then they fell into the hole.
But then the
All of
wife
them.
was like freaking Vin Diesel and like Fast and Furious, pulls off some crazy shit to get on that ship.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Which, by the way, they don't even ever mention how the freaking pilot gets like murdered on their way down.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to talk about Ronnie Redshirt.
Who the
Yeah, he
fuck
died.
is he?
He got pulled
Ronnie
out the
Redshirt,
freaking
he
thing
was-
and eaten
He's the character they killed off.
right in the beginning.
Which is funny because, well, not funny like haha, but funny like because at the start of the movie they pretend to kill him. They go, "Here, this is Ronnie Redshirt. Oh, he got impaled by an icicle. LOL, JK." And then like 3 scenes later, he just gets pulled off a ship and dies. Why'd you pretend to kill him if you're just gonna kill him? I was
Did we
waiting for
call
the
him
fake
Ronnie
out the whole
Redshirt?
time.
Is that actually his name?
Yeah, his name was Ronnie Redshirt. Do you get it?
Like Star Trek.
Like a Star Trek. Yeah. So that was one of the jokes in the movie.
Yeah, there weren't that many.
Yeah, it had jokes. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, but there was a dog with one leg.
Yeah, legendary.
Was it just
Is
sounds
Legend?
that is that
Legend?
a joke?
Dog's name was Legend.
Legend. Then okay, there it is. Yeah, 3-legged dog.
How did I even miss the dog in the movie?
Because you didn't watch it, bud.
You don't remember the dog? The dog
No,
was
I
in the
remember.
whole movie.
I remember the gusher.
Yeah, that was Splat.
Huh. Yeah. But other than that, like I know that the long lost grandfather character, he ended up being alive.
Jaeger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
other
crash.
than that,
They crash land, but Searcher falls out the ship on the way down or something.
Yeah.
It's separated, and then he meets. Oh, there he is. Jaeger Clade's alive. 25 years. He's been snacking on gushers or something.
Something. You just see him randomly eat kind of things that are around, just to kind of explain what he's been up to. Just he's eating things. And yeah, he has a flamethrower that I assume he refills with farts because there's no other reason that he would still have a flamethrower at this point. He's using it all the time, just burning everything. And then you see the ecosystem, quote unquote, repair itself, with the platelets, because in case you did it, they're in a thing. And he's all like, I'm killing all these things, and now you're here, and let's there's a sea of acid. Let's get past it. And he's all like, and how? So they do. So it's not a lot going on. But while all this is happening, Ethan's all like, hey, this place is pretty cool. I like exploring this place. I think I know what I want to do with my life.
that's like the biggest, like, basically this is the climax of the movie in which what's-his-face really wants to be an adventurer, but Dad says, no, you can't be an adventurer, but Grandpa says, I have no say in this. He wants to be an adventurer on his own. Let him live his life.
The sad thing is that Richard thinks everything is a climax. So if you've ever been intimate with him, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Craig looks very embarrassed right now.
I don't know what that means. Maybe you've been intimate,
with Richard.
and maybe you left him high and dry. and it said, "Well, my work here is done." Walked away.
What happened?
You left me high and dry, Rich.
In real life?
Yes.
All the time, Rich.
Okay. I don't know. Like, sometimes you just have to. Because, I don't know. It's just the way the
He's
world
got places
works.
to go, people to see.
He's got places to go. He
I'm
doesn't
a
have time
busy
for every
man.
actual climax. He decides when they happen. This happens to be it.
Yeah. And that well, it's more so what I think is the most important part of the movie.
It's not what the climax means, my dude. It's not the most important part. It's not what a climax is.
But this is because it's where everyone learns what the characters want in the movie and
That's
how to,
not what the climax is.
and how to grow and become better people.
It's not what a climax is.
Please enlighten me.
It's the highest point of the movie where the action is. That is the climax. The peak of action is the climax of the movie.
The action where the characters grow to their fullest potential.
That's not it. No, not. And also, this wasn't the
The
character.
definition of growing is getting larger. So
That's right.
the
When
climbing.
Richard sees the growing happening, in your case, with you, Craig,
Yeah.
he goes, "My job here's done." And then he leaves. It all makes so much sense now. Richard, what you were seeing is the rising
this is why he put me at,
action.
because he knew I was at a 7.
First-hand experience.
I feel like
Yes.
I'm being ganged
Richard,
up on.
you're describing the rising action,
Okay.
where something grows to that point to the climax.
Yeah, and then it all comes to a head when everyone gets mad at each other.
When it comes to a head, that's what we call the climax.
Yeah, that's what I told you about. In which we now have... It's basically the trope that Disney always falls into with every single movie in which you have the characters get mad at each other for no reason.
That's not just Disney, that's every movie.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, the best friends now have to split up and break apart to only reunite later.
to actually overcome the biggest obstacle.
And during the climax, yes.
Yeah, that's what I got to. But anyway, this is where I got a little confused. So they've been collecting all of the green bleeblorb electric particles. And
They had them with them.
Is it killing the planet?
Yeah, it's cancer.
Oh. So they planted cancer.
They found cancer and they cultivated it a little, yeah, but the cancer was there. I don't blame them for what's happening to the turtle.
And it's basically powering their city?
Yeah.
So they have to sacrifice their city to, like...
They have to sacrifice their power source eventually in the end, which I fucking hate that scene so much. Oh, it's gross.
I was really excited for everything because I thought this movie faked me out 4 different times in which I thought characters were dead,
Just like
but
you
they
faked
weren't.
out Craig.
I didn't fake out anyone. I'm just talking about my movie.
You
He
could this
didn't
could be your
fake
movie.
me out. He just let me go. That was it.
Why'd you keep going back unless you thought he was gonna finish this time, Craig?
He's very I don't know,
Persuasive.
I'm just trying to talk about my movie. I don't know where we go from here, though. Does it
You never
matter
seem
where
to.
we go from here?
We talked about. Wait, did we talk about how like maybe you should live at peace with the planet and not try to kill Did we talk about that part where you shouldn't kill everything because that makes you the bad? Did we talk about that part?
Yeah, I had to explain it to
Okay.
Craig.
Because
That
the
the
movie
game-
missed that part because you get to the point where they finally find the heart of the planet. And they find it, the source of where their power is, and they're seeing all the little animals in the body attack it, and they're just like, "Oh, these are the pests. We got to kill them all. Let's crush up all this cancer and spread it all over them." And then the son's like, you guys gotta fucking stop. I can't do this right now. I can't deal with this. And he leaves. And then his father chases after him, and then they somehow end up outside. I guess they crawl through the turtle's ear, and it's like, oh, this is actually a giant turtle that we're living on. That's wild. And then the son's like, whoa, and we were inside of it, and all this stuff is the stuff, and this is all this, and the dad's all like, oh. Takes him a minute. And they're like, oh, I guess we better save the day. So they go back to the ship, and Lucy Lou's all like, yeah, let's kill all these idiots with our cancer dust. And they're like,
him in a closet.
Can't let you do that, Lucy Liu. And yeah, she locks him in a closet.
And who gets him out?
It's Legend. It's I Am Legend.
The dog.
Another famous three-legged dog.
Movie.
I do now remember a dog licking a lock. So
yeah. That was him. He was there the whole time.
Okay, I get that now.
Yeah.
But now so this is the part where like they eventually manage to save the day.
Yeah.
Or at least try to like remove the cancer from the heart or whatever. And this is where I realized the moral of the movie, because all of the characters.
You realized it now?
Yeah, in which the moral of the movie is that it's not about the explorer, it's not about being the farmer, it's about who you are on the inside and who you want to be. And I can come away with that message and become a better person. So that's why I thought that this movie was 2 thumbs up.
You said how bad it was, like 2 seconds.
It was some of the other things that I didn't like, but the moral gets 2 thumbs up.
Oh. So that's another thing I hate about this fucking movie. So we have Jaeger, he's the big explorer boy, and he has his son, Searcher, and he's like, come on, boy, let's all do like big exploring stuff. And Searcher's all like, no, Dad, I don't want to do that. I want to do plants. And then he goes, come on, son, let's do plants. And he's all like, no, Dad, I don't want to do plants. And he goes, yes, you do. Come on, son, let's do plants. And I'm like,
it's a vicious cycle.
You know the problem. You recognize the problem. Don't do the problem. I hate this fucking trope of you just keep doing the problem. It's so fucking stupid. Stop it. Your movie's already like this stupid cliche bullshit. Stop doing it. Why are you doing it? Stop it. It's not a good movie. It's like they showed up, they checked some boxes, and they fucking called it a day.
He became the thing that he hated.
He hated, which was his father.
Holy shit.
They say that in the movie, though.
They say that in the movie. I fucking hate this movie. I don't fucking hate it. It's just it's nothing. It's a nothing film.
What do you think is going to happen?
Was it Dennis Quaid who was the dad?
It was Dennis Quaid was the dad, correct?
He was doing a voice the whole time too.
He was.
What do you think is going to happen when young little Ethan has a kid? Actually, wait, he's not going to have a kid, can he?
They can adopt.
Oh, okay. When he adopts a kid, what happens if that kid wants to be a farmer? Do you think he's going to let him, or is the vicious cycle going to continue?
The vicious cycle is going to continue, where he goes, no, you explore the inside turtle now.
Well, I feel like he's going to know better to not explore the inside of the turtle. Actually, are they allowed to be inside the turtle now?
But they skip to a year later, and they're inside the turtle, exploring it. They're exploring the inside of the turtle.
Are they happy with that?
They're pretty content with living on a turtle. I personally would probably figure out a way to get out of there.
Being the turtle? If you were the turtle, would you want them in there?
No, well, no, but I don't have a choice. The turtle doesn't recognize them as anything.
I think he did. They were right in front of his face, his eyes.
Yeah, but you have so many microorganisms living inside of you, you don't recognize them.
I mean, that might as well have just been like a fly.
Yeah.
I would be upset if I had a fly in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not a
turtle. You can't do anything about it.
Turtle.
I would go for it, though. I don't know. Did the turtle actually move?
He's swimming.
Did we ever see like how big the turtle was in
Pretty
relation
big.
to?
Yeah, if you watch the movie, they show the turtle.
They show the turtle lives on like an ocean planet. He's just him.
Huh.
Turtle.
That's a sad existence.
Maybe he likes it.
Well, they
I don't
only
know.
showed part of the planet. There could have been,
Yeah, they could have been more turtle, or could have been like a giant giraffe or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Could have just been more land. Could have been land on the other side, like actual land. They're like content living on the turtle. They built flying machines. They had this fucking thing in place for 25 years. Did not realize they were on a fucking turtle, huh? 25 years. They had flight. They discovered flight. They had actual living flying machines.
They still couldn't get over the mountains.
Still couldn't get over the mountain to figure out it was a turtle, huh?
I don't know why they didn't just go the other way.
Just I don't know. Like, the guy's missing his dad. He's been gone. Like, he went on the other side of the mountain. Take your flying machine. Go on the other side of the mountain. It's right there. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Like, the mother, like, clearly is an expert pilot. Like, flying has been a thing. Just go see that you're on a fucking turtle. What is this movie?
I don't know.
I don't know what this movie is.
Yeah.
Just go. Also, they solved their fucking energy crisis in 2 seconds. They show up and they go, oh, right, wind exists. Yeah. Took 1 year. Took 1 year. Took 1 year to get off of the fucking green shit. Okay.
Okay.
What is this movie?
This movie was probably 30 minutes too long.
This movie was probably an hour and a half too long.
You don't think it deserves a place in the Disney collection?
I don't think Disney thinks it deserves a place in the Disney collection.
They have profiles pictures on Disney Plus for this movie, so
That I lied.
Hey, they're proud of it. I think maybe one. I think it's just Ethan. You could be Ethan if you want.
They even had Happy Meal toys.
Sure, I did they? I'm surprised. This movie didn't seem like it had any marketing whatsoever when it came out.
No, this was like their big movie last year, I think, for the Thanksgiving holiday. Because I think that Disney usually has like a real banger for the holiday season.
Well, that's what movies do. They come out during the holiday.
Yeah, like Encanto. Like we had Encanto in 2021, and this year was this movie.
Last year was this movie.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, but like there wasn't like this movie just kind of came out, and then you learned it existed once it came out. I don't think they were proud of this one. I think they just. I don't know. I don't know anything about this movie. It's weird. It's so strange. It's a strange world, guys. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we leave? What do we do now?
I mean, I'm looking at the wiki now just to learn a little more. Like, I just don't know what is supposed to be a good grossing movie.
I don't know. Like, I'm sure this movie did fine, right? At Disney, and Disney put it out. That's probably enough for some people to go pay for it.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I can't even figure anything out that's interesting on the Wikipedia page, so.
It's not an interesting movie. It's very paint by numbers. With a twist that I'm still going to say not much of a twist.
Oh, yeah. It turns out they lost a bunch of money on this, apparently, maybe.
Yeah. Go woke, go broke, right?
That's gotta be it.
Maybe they just made a bad movie. Probably that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to say like something really funny about this movie. I would. I feel like we by bringing Strange World to the table, we have now created the mid episode of our podcast, and it makes me sad.
Reminds me.
Yeah,
we're supposed to announce that. Yeah? Even though the podcast is back, we're returning on a new schedule, right?
Oh, that's what we're doing. Yeah, every other week.
Every other week. That means you get the Dunces
half as much.
Have more as probably the recommended amount.
Yeah.
Or at least closer to the recommended amount.
Yeah. We're busy men, and not everyone can be bothered to watch a movie every week.
Some of us have never watched a movie.
So we have to adjust.
Especially the movies that we watch. They're pretty, oof.
You know, we'll bring back the podcast in full force if Disney can impress us on a week-to-week basis.
And
yes.
And for Halloween.
Oh, okay. Halloween is a special occasion.
Halloween is one of those.
We only got a month to hit 4 Halloween movies. We gotta hit them.
Yeah, we gotta hit them. We do gotta hit the movies. It's true.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But we're gonna see next week if Disney can impress us with Cadet Kelly.
Oh, we're done now. I feel like we had to end them with a banger of a joke. Craig, what you got? That whole sexuality is a scale thing was fucking hysterical. What you got?
I think I'm not gonna go any further up into that hole.
Richard, what you got, bud?
How deep into this hole are you already, though? On a 0 to 10.
Well, 7 apparently.
You're only a 7 in my hole or scale.
Okay, there it is.
That's the wrong sign off. Good night and good bless.
I already left.
We're trying to get the old gang back together again.
We haven't done this in a long time.
Your fans never left you. The world hasn't forgotten.
Sure, it's impossible, but we've got to try.
It's time to play the music.
It's time to light the lights.
It's time to meet the Muppets.
Come on, guys, let's go!
Wow, I can't believe we're all back together.
Yeah!
Sorry, I was super excited.
The Muppets have always been about artistic integrity, not cheap tricks.
Check it out. Fart shoes.
This is going to be a really short movie.
Oh, look, what's that over there?
Oh, what?
Ow. Ow.
Throw me over.
I think that's an electric fence. It's an electric fence.
Yep.
Maybe you don't need the whole world to love you, you know? Maybe you just need one person.
Oh, Connie. Connie.
And I don't care what anybody says. I believe in you. And you.
You think we should have rented a bigger car?
This Thanksgiving, there's no movie like a Muppet movie. Jason Segel, Amy Adams, Kermit the Frog, and